Franchise Guy, and we're coming at you with some breaking news out of Washington. The Washington football team has officially traded quarterback Alex Smith to the Arizona Cardinals to back up Kyler Murray for a 7th-round pick. Washington's also opted to trade strong safety Landon Collins to the Baltimore Ravens for a 2021 second, a 2021 sixth, and a 2022 7th-round draft pick. Same with Davis Sr. has been opted to be sent to the Vikings for a 2021 3rd-round draft pick, slot for the 82nd overall pick. And coming into this series, as we're adding some players to fill in the vacancies of our recently departed teammates, given this series, I stated that there is a lot of value players on this team. Landon Collins, we have Alex Smith, and Davis Sr. just didn't fit the mold because of his age, and it was opted to let the younger players, get the field over him. But all these moves were done for the future of this organization. We are still waiting on or at least a draft class that I like for Madden 21 for the 2021 draft. That Franchise Guys draft kind of isn't all the way updated yet, and Xbox doesn't really seem to have anyone doing draft classes for whatever reason, like PlayStation going crazy with draft classes. PC has C4, but right now Xbox just kind of being left behind on the draft class, board. But we are taking on the Dallas Cowboys now. Some new players are making their starts this game. Now, we did bring in Ty Summers. We brought in former Eagles safety Rudy Ford, and the chosen Josh Rosen off of our practice squad. Remember when Josh Rosen said that there were 9 mistakes made ahead of him, or 8 mistakes made ahead of him, and then he's been traded twice? I think he just got cut by the Dolphins. Poor Josh Rosen. But Antonio Gibson having a pretty good year so far. I mean, he's definitely the one of maybe 2 or 3 bright spots on this team. Chase Young's had a slow season, but I mean, he's getting stonewalled more or less every play. The defensive line, sure, it's there. As Terry McLaurin, yet another bright spot on this team, a young second-year receiver for Scary Terry, gets a touchdown right there. He's definitely going to go over the 1,000-yard marker this year. But here we go, we're in week 7, and we're up 7-0 with this Dustin Hopkins extra point. So, a couple bright spots on this team would have to be Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, and probably Chase Young. Chase Young, not all the way there yet. I'd say he's probably got to need another season or 2 to fully develop, just a more dominating pass rush move. As we get an interception right here, that's going to be Kyle Fuller, the cornerback. Now, 3rd and 6 for Dwayne Haskins Jr. Can we get those chains moving? We're going to settle for a field goal right here. Haskins, hand off to Bryce Love, and he's going to be met at the line right there for a gain of a yard. But we're going to be forced to kick a field goal right here. If we're feeling a little down, you could go probably for it on 4th down. But Ron Rivera settling for the field goal right now. Dustin Hopkins on for the kick. And the kick going to be good right there. Splits the gap. Now 1st and 10 for Dallas. As Rudy Ford on the field comes in to play the box, and Mario Cooper going to burn his corner right there. And before we start saying that, when I run offense, I run a lot of slants, this right here is why we run a lot of slants. Because this is a very common theme while playing this, is the AI is going to run slants and just instant touchdowns. Because the corners don't have time to react. Is that due possibly to low corner overalls? Most likely. But still, There's no reason he should be burnt off the snap for an instant touchdown. But Bryce Love getting the hands off right now. He's a promising back. I like Bryce Love. He's small as his problem. He's 5'9". Maybe for the future we look to put him in a Darren Sproles-like role. Keep him on roster because I don't think, unless we have a 3-4 running back set, I think Bryce Love's going to be unfortunately one of these guys that are going to be the odd man out on a lot of running back squads, because he's not a power back, he's a speed back, opposed to, Antonio Gibson, who's a receiving back. He'd be a third down back, and if you could bring in like a dominant starting running back over Gibson, not saying we are, but if, as Cole Holcomb gets the sack on quarterback Dak Prescott. 2nd and 15 now, carrying off the edge, no good as Ezekiel finds a hole. And on the blitz right there is Elliott going to go all the way for the touchdown right there. And yeah, that's just some one things too I've also noticed is that the defense, just makes some really bad AI plays. Like the number 29, who is supposed to be the man coverage for Elliott, got chip blocked by a receiver, which is smart. Like, I'm not mad that he got chip blocked, I'm just mad that he didn't have the ability to recover off the chip block to even make a tackle on him. That's Terry McLaurin. First down catch right here we go. Dallas now leads 14-10, so Dwayne Haskins needs to get in the driver's seat right now. Get this Washington team on the board, get some points. But doing that right there, not going to get you points, as that's going to be an interception to Xavier Woods. That's something Haskins definitely needs to work on, is his ability to limit interceptions, as he's probably going to lead the league in interceptions this year, unfortunately. But Blake Jarwin, first down catch. Ron Rivera not throw it by that poor coverage by the linebackers. Now 3rd and 1. Can Washington get the stop here? Hold them to a field goal. No, Amari Cooper on the slant for the first down right there. You hate to see it, you really do. 3rd and 6 now, a little longer of a slant needed. But over the middle, it's like a slant, but it's like that running back slant. It's like they go out a couple yards and they come in over the middle. Yep, first down for Dallas, as they're now on the 6-yard line, pushing for yet another touchdown. Ron Rivera trying to figure out what's going wrong now with his defense. He's a defensive-minded coach. But not Ezekiel at this time. Tony Pollard gets in for the rushing touchdown right there, as Dallas is going to take a 21-10 lead right there. Now, 1st and 10 for Washington. If they're going to stay in this game, they need to get points on the board now. Haskins airs that one out. High throw, but brought down by number 87, Jeremy Sprinkle right there. 1st and 10, here we go. Dwayne, we need you to get that ball moving. And Haskins trying to avoid the sack, gets sacked, fumbles the ball, as Woods gets the sack right there on Dwayne. Now 3rd and 23, Haskins fires out wide. Ball will be popped out of the hands as Leighton Vander Esch gets that pass deflection right there. So forced to punt it. Now 2nd and 10 for Dallas. Dallas hands the ball off to Ezekiel, and Elliott finds a hole, and he is gone. The 30, the 20, the 10, and that's a touchdown right there. I'm trying to figure out why Fuller couldn't catch up to him, because Fuller has like 93, 94 speed. And so with Ty Summers. Ty Summers, who I believe is also on that play, also has around 90 speed. So it's like the speed's not there from the cornerbacks and the linebacker positions. It's just the fact that Madden doesn't have the ability for players to gain unless they're the AI players. Now 1st and 10 after Antonio Gibson first down, and Gibson back-to-back first downs, as he's going to get some touches right now. Back-to-back touches for first downs. Now, can we get ourselves into a scoring position? We're 3rd and 2. We have Bryce Love in the backfield. Hand off. Vander Esch gets the chip block right there, thrown on by number 80. And that's a double block right there. That will get Love over that first down marker. If, you know, AD doesn't hit that block, guess what? Love's getting stopped in the backfield. But Gibson coughs the ball up after a first down run. Jalen Smith picks it up. That is not what you want to see. 1st and 10. And that's going to be a first down to the tight end, Blake Jarwin. Not great defense. I'm gonna say it now. Not great defense this game from this Washington unit. And again, another instant touchdown. This time to Michael Gallup. You see right there, Gallup, who I'm assuming has probably 93, 94 speed, just pulls away from everyone, turns on the jets, and I mean Ty Summers with 90 speed chasing after him, and just getting absolutely left in the dust. And I know for a fact that if we have Michael Gallup, Ty Summers is going to catch up to us 10 times out of 10. There's no way Gallup's going to make that run. But Gibson, now on the first down marker, that's going to be a fumble, and big number 97 takes it into the end zone right there. Fumble recovery for Griffin, as this team has just fallen apart. Now sure, down by a score or two, we're still in it. Down 42-10 now, this Washington team is, and Washington now just trying to keep Dallas out of the end zone. Burn the clocks out. Just do something that keeps Dallas from scoring. As Haskins, another costly mistake here. Interception. But not what you want to do. Not at all, Haskins. Poor play, poor throw. As that's going to be his second interception of the game. Now, field goal attempt for the Cowboys, and that one will be shanked wide left, so no points going into the half. But Dallas does lead Washington 42-10 going into halftime right now. Ron Rivera definitely needs to sit down with his team, grab some face masks, and do some screaming, because they are getting blown out in every which way. Now, 3rd and 6 out of the half. Prescott hit as he throws. Ball will be aired out, but not intercepted. I mean, we had some players in the vicinity, just could not get a hand on it. As Antonio Gibson gets the first. I believe I said Antonio Gibson fumbled earlier in the game. I mean, the first fumble, I believe that was actually Jared McKissick, not Gibson, as Gibson now fumbles for the second time on the game. Recovered by the Cowboys. 1st and 10 for Dak Prescott. He rolls out, and guess what? Look at that. Just getting pulled away from, I understand that he's a defensive lineman, but still, Dak Prescott shouldn't be that fast for Matthew Ioannidis. You know, played him more or less the entire time and just could not keep up with him. But bad defensive coverage right there. Blake Jarwin over the middle. First touchdown catch of the game for Jarwin, as Dallas goes up 49-10. It's going to be a running game from here on out now, fans, as Antonio Gibson just going to pound the rock right now. 12 rushes, 486 yards on the day, and he's going to get a lot more carries. He's a little gassed right now, but not going to stop our workhorse running back. Sure, he's fumbled twice. So what? Bryce Love in now, and Love gets the first down. So just bleeding the clock out right now. Defense on the sideline not super happy with their performance. 2nd and 4, handoff to Gibson yet again, and Gibson could be taken out at the 14-yard line. First down for the Washington football team, as he's now over 100 yards on 16 rushes. 3rd and 3, Gibson in the backfield. Hand off. This will be a close one right here. Did he get the reach? And yes, he did. Down at the 4-yard line. Now 3rd and goal. Gibson met at the line, but he's going to get that push for the touchdown there. His first rushing touchdown on the day, as Antonio Gibson makes the score just ever so slightly closer. You see right there. Just barely got over the line. Extra point attempt for Hopkins, and Hopkins' extra point attempt will be good. So, 13 plays, 74 yards, 5 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock. And a 9-minute quarter is, 5 minutes off the clock is a lot of time. But a pitch to Ezekiel Elliott. And Elliott makes a spin move, but he'll spin move right into a Washington tackler. And that will prevent his third touchdown of the game, at least on this specific play. Haskins throwing his helmet in frustration. How much time does Dwayne have left on this team? That is the real question. As Blake Jarwin over the middle again, looking like Zach Ertz, just slightly listing to the left, getting open. 2nd and 10 now, handoff faked. But Prescott hit as he's thrown, airs it out though, but of course no one can get there in time. That's going to be a touchdown for Amari Cooper. His 5th touchdown on the season. His 2nd on the day. 2nd and inches now, and Antonio Gibson. 1st down for the rookie running back, as he's just going to try and, at this point, be the sole bright spot on this team. Go for maybe a Rookie of the Year or Offensive Rookie of the Year bid. The way he is currently running the ball. I mean, 22 yards, 150 yards running, or 22 attempts for 150 yards running. As Bryce Love right now, the speed back, is a very well complimentary, back to go with them, as he is over 75 yards rushing on the day. Gibson again tries to lower the shoulders, gets popped though by number 26 of the Dallas Cowboys. 3rd and 10, 31 seconds left. We're just going to be, bleeding the clock out now. Passing attempt, that's going to be why Dwayne Haskins just could not dial in on his tight end. Now, passing again, hit as he's thrown. That's going to be a lame duck. Hits the ground, not even close, as Woods, probably one of the dirtiest players in football right now, charged with the hit. 56-17 is the final score. 260 yards passing, 278 yards rushing for the Cowboys. 5 takeaways, as not even Washington's 264 yards rushing could lead either team. Haskins definitely met with a shower of boos this game. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Gibson had 2 fumbles on the day. Actually, he did throw a touchdown to Terry McLaurin on the first drive of the game. 5 for 6, 260 yards, 31% completion percentage. Gibson, 2 fumbles on the day, and a touchdown. McKissick had the fumble. I originally said that was Gibson. McLaurin had over 100 yards receiving. West had a sack allowed. Cole Holcomb on the team in tackles. Also had a sack on the day. Not a big tackling game from this Washington team. Kendall Fuller right there had a interception. So it's some offensive players like Sims and McLaurin. Hopkins 1 for 1 on field goals, and 2 punts returns away for 91 yards. Isaiah Wright 146 yards returning, and no yards returning on the punt. Now taking on the Giants to wrap this episode out, their lone Super X Factor, of course, is Saquon Barkley, who is done for the season with a torn ACL because MetLife Stadium is absolutely trash. They don't use real grass, they use really bad AstroTurf. And they're saying one of the reasons why there's so many injuries on AstroTurf is like a 30% higher injuries on AstroTurf is because when you go to pivot your foot in grass, the spikes, or I guess the cleat bit on your cleats, like the little metal spikes, will pivot in the dirt, and they'll tear through the dirt. But when you do it on AstroTurf, it's not dirt, it's like I'll say foam, but it's not something that your cleats will go through, and your cleats will stay locked in the dirt, so then your leg will move, which will cause, an ACL, an MCL, and, an Achilles to pop. So that's kind of how that works, apparently. But because it's like a spongier material opposed to real dirt, which is like a firmer. Which that's what football players are saying. But Washington somehow not in last place right now. They are tied for last with the Giants. Eagles in first place, Dallas in second. So a win right here could push us slightly out of a chance of going first overall in the draft. Trevor Lawrence is slated to be in the draft. We are still waiting on draft picks, I know. But whatever draft we are going to use, Trevor Lawrence will be in that draft. And Will Lawrence be the first overall pick to your Washington Football Club, or will we miss out on that, unfortunately, and settle for another high draft pick? But New York right now handing it to us, 17-7 the score. I mean, 20-7 now, as Washington just cannot get that ball moving today. 23-7 after yet another field goal. 4th and 4, no good. Graham Gano field goal. I mean, 30-7 now. Okay, let's see how it's gonna be. It's not going to be the day today for Washington. Ron Rivera probably regretting his decision to come down to Washington from Carolina, come up to Washington from Carolina. You know, Dwayne Haskins just looks lost out here. The defense looks lost. The offense is non-existent. And this is a team right now that is just not built to win. And as much as you don't want to say a team's not built to win, you just have to look at the situation that this team has found itself in. You know, 1 win on the season. We're in week 8 now, or week 9 now, I should say. Sorry, we had the bye week in this episode. We didn't do anything for the bye week. But 30-7 the score is. Just poor performance on both sides of the ball yet again. And we got to figure out where the problem comes from. Is it coming from Dwayne Haskins? He went 19 for 39, 26 yards, 48% completion percentage, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Antonio Gibson couldn't get that ball going, 19 yards. Sam McKissick and Peyton Barber got a handoff today. Receiving, Steven Sims led the receiving corps 64 yards, 44 for McLaurin. He's passing the ball off at least a little bit. Jerron Christian Smith, senior, allowed 2 sacks. Cole Holcomb led the team in tackles, followed by Deion Buchanan. A couple sacks along the defense, which is a good thing. We're getting some pass rush going in now. At least that's the one bright spot. Maybe on the defenses, we do have a lot of pass rushers on that D-line. But until next time, YouTube, if you guys enjoyed this episode, hit that like button. Comment down below what you think we should do with this team. Until next time, YouTube, peace out. Rock on, stay super classy, and have a great day, I guess. I don't know. Go Washington, fight.